Hey, hello everybody. Don't know who's going to check in here, but as soon as you do start checking in, or if you're watching this later on, as it's going to be taped and saved onto my sites, make sure you check in. Tio Michael Talks on Facebook and YouTube. You'll also can find me on my regular sites on Instagram, Cyber Jedi on Twitch, and Maceredo7 on Twitter. Wanted to touch base this Father's Day. We'll be doing a live stream, and I'm cleaning out some stuff. And I got a lot of texts and individual messages because I posted on the site earlier today. I already sold my entire collection of comics. I kept a couple of things that were very near and dear to me, but over the last few years, I've been buying the omnibus collections, and these are trade paperbacks. I'll show you an example. This is a trade paperback, and it'll have the entire storyline in one book. And I enjoy these, but the omnibuses are bound, complete lines, almost a complete years of books in one bound um, project or hardcover. And I find they're easier to store. They have the entire stories I love reading and growing up with. And slowly but surely, I was switching over and collecting those because even though I had all those issues in comics, I rarely opened them up. I was always looking at what the price was and everything else like that. But it's uh, it's one of those things where I needed the space, and as I'm working on the sorry, as I'm working on the YouTube channel and trying to make this go up and running and some other projects that I'm working on in my life, I need the space. I need the space, and truth be told, I have not been reading a lot of books. There's a couple of books that I have continued to read, um, but I find myself a lot of the newer books I'm not really following or reading. They're losing me in some of the stories. I still like key issues, certain things that pop up, or certain artists that I enjoy following. Anything Mark Wade writes, if you're not reading The World's Finest right now, why aren't you? It's one of the best books, and it just brings me back to a day that I remember that comic should be. I mean, the guy had Kazar fighting Thanos for God's sake, but and made it good. But while I was going through, I got rid of my comics. I sold them to a store, a friend of mine who has a store. We got a pretty good price for it, and very happy with that deal. And it opened up some other things that I can do. As I was continuing to work on the studio, both I have an art studio in my bedroom, and I have a garage studio that I'm putting together so that I can do the live streams. Right now, it's just pick and choose where I go, and trying to do some of these live streams. Hopefully, you'll see a backdrop and everything like that soon. But as I was going through, I was organizing my trade paperbacks and my omnibuses, and I realized I have some doubles. I have some things that are in doubles, sometimes triplicates. I'm a big George Perez, may he rest in peace, and John Byrne fan, and I tend to buy whatever I see of theirs. I buy, and I got quite a few issues, so that's what you're going to see me posting on there. But just to give you a little insight, I was digging through stuff, and this is the problem when I start to organize my books or my toys. Is it's so many memories, so many things that I enjoy that I get sidetracked very easily. What a little find I found here. Let's see. There we go. How to draw the best of Wizard basic training. For those of you that don't know, Wizard magazine used to have some of the best comic book articles. Um, Funny things. It's like the Mego Live Theater, and what was it, the Toy Action and Mango Toy Action Theater or whatever it was. And they had a series called Basic Training, and Bart Sears did a lot of the work with that. But they also grabbed some artists, different artists in the field, to showcase it. And this was the book they put together, putting it all together. And it's just a thrill to see some things on how to draw for Mike Turner, George Perez, uh, Jim Calafiore, Mike Wieringo, rest in peace, all those people. And it's just cool. And I saw this, and what was cool is my son, who's into art as well, but he's more of a painter, classical art. He has actually been showing interest in comic books. So he was looking through this, and he's been asking me questions about comic books. Those of you that are my friends that are in the comic field, I'll be asking you to maybe talk to him a little bit, or be open for him to ask some questions, because he's really interested. As I was going through Contest of the Champions, now Bob Layton just recently posted a recreation that he did. Now he did the inking, and I think John Romita Jr. did the artwork on the cover and the interior art. But this was a limited series, one of the first limited series that was set up by Marvel Comics, and it had everybody. The story goes that they originally were doing it as part of the Olympics during that year, and that was the year that the United States had actually boycotted the Olympics. And so they had to come up with a way to tie the story together, and they made it into the Contest of Champions. And what's interesting is the Contest of Champions introduces us to the whole idea of the Grandmaster versus Death, and eventually leads to the Infinity Stones. So it's really a really big comic and find in the back. But this is the trade paperback, and this is not for sale. This is mine. But it was great just watching and seeing this. Lo and behold, as I was reading through there, and my somewhat organized system then brought us to the Maxi series that Marvel put together. I don't know if this was before or after Crisis, but Secret Wars. Now, just like that one was to tie into the Olympics, this was supposed to be a tie-in for the toy line that they were kicking off, and they literally put their best superheroes and villains, and they just put them on a situation to fight. This was excellent. I loved this while I was growing up. Some of the best scenes, and Spider-Man found his black costume. The Thing was left behind, and She-Hulk joined the Fantastic Four. I don't think I need to say spoiler alert. That's like from over 30 years ago. But the Secret Wars that they made afterward, where Jonathan Hickman did some massive world building, is a tremendous storyline that comes from this. And I found a few of these treasures, not just this one, but different DC and Marvel collaborations, which, other than the re-release of the Avengers versus the Justice League that they did in honor of George Perez, we won't see stuff like this anymore until things settle down in both camps. This was one of the best collaborations. I still think the best one is the Simpsons X-Men versus the Teen Titans, but this one was done by Roger Stern, Steve Root, and Al Milgrom. The Incredible Hulk versus Superman, and what a tremendous story. And what I like about this and the Teen Titans ones, this was a storyline where they acted like everybody lives in the same universe. It's just that we don't see them all the time. And so this was a storyline where Superman and Lois are reminiscing about a situation where Superman met the Hulk back in the beginning of both of their careers. And this is some tremendous artwork. In fact, I got so excited by seeing this again that I looked up, and Steve Root has a YouTube site that I just subscribed to, and he does artwork and showcase, and I really want to start looking at his stuff. I touched upon his Nexus when I was very young, but that was part of what was the then beginning of the independent scene, and I was more into the mainstream comics. So I'm going to start taking a look, because him and Steve Root and Mike Barron created Nexus, and it's their own independent created own item that they do, and it's something I want to look at because I love his art style. he follows Andrew Loomis, which is a very classical, uh, sad to say, but classic cartoonist, and he really does a 60s, early 70s style of art, almost pop art, with the superheroes, and it just is amazing, amazing. So, also, I wanted to share with you this package. I received this a while back. I just have not been able to get to it because I wanted to do an unboxing and everything else. So we're just going to get it done now. We have my friend from high school and author and artist, and Dan Gottlieb, and he wrote his book, and we did an interview with him talking about I Am Omega. So the book is here. I'm going to reread the book. I read through the transcript that he sent me online, and probably after the unboxing on Friday, I'll tape a review of the book. We'll go over. So I Am Omega. If you haven't found it or haven't got it yet, it's in hardback, and it's also in paperback. You can get it on Amazon. But he wrote his book, and I'm very proud of him. He's from Dewey or Don't We, from John Dewey High School in Brooklyn, New York, and very proud of him. So, let's see. So Father's Day, we're going to do the show at about 8 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll go online live, and I will have a series of books, and I'll have them in letter categories. It's going to be $5 for the trade. If you claim it, once you claim it, I'll send you a link, and I'll probably have the link going on the bottom. All you have to do is sign up for the link, and then once you pay for that, I'll ship that out to you. Everything will be shipped out as regular mail. If you want to pay for priority, then that's up to you. Let me know, and you send me an email after that. But looking to get rid of some of these books, so I can go ahead and have some more stuff for the studio and clear up some more space. So, as always, please like, subscribe, and send me comments. I'd love to hear your I'd love to hear your questions and comments on the stuff that we do. A lot more stuff that I'm working on. I'm taping and learning how to edit and do things, and I do apologize for the sporadicness of what I present, but I'm learning as we go. I'm still working as a nurse, and I'm still working as a CPR instructor as I'm doing this, so bear with me. It's a learning process, but I do look forward to put some better content and more content out there for you to see. Again, like, subscribe, and share, and leave me your comments, and look forward to seeing you. And those of you that are fathers, please have a happy and safe Father's Day. Enjoy your family, and then I'll see you at 8 o'clock.